Not one, not two, not three, but many people have written to me and said, Wakawaka Doctor, why is it that you only talk about those who want to move abroad through the academic route? What about those of us who just want to go and look for work? What about those of us who don't have a degree, who don't have any school qualification? Can't we move abroad too? Well, you are in luck. This video is for you. Hey folks, this is your one and only Wakawaka Doctor, always bringing you the best gist when it comes to travel and migration. You know how we do it. We only share information that has to do with living, working, and moving abroad. So long as you want to move abroad, this is where you need to be. If this is the first time of you coming across my channel, I want to say thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. You will not regret it. For some of you who've always watched me, I want to say thank you for coming back to watch my videos. Two quick things that I'd like to pass across quickly. Number one is to say that I am not on Telegram and I am not on WhatsApp. So if you do find any video or any comments of anybody saying, reach out to me on Telegram, reach out to me on WhatsApp, it is not me. The only way to reach me is in the description box of this video. Okay. Number two is that about a year ago, I wrote a book titled Move Abroad by Force. The idea behind this book is to be able to help people who want to move abroad to do it on their own without needing the use of any agent. If you want to move abroad without a degree, you want to move abroad for work, you want scholarships, you want cheap migration options, the book has it all. If you want to acquire the book, all you need to do is check the description box of this video. The description box is where you have information about the video. It's just right there. You need to toggle it down. You'll see all the information there. Okay. If you want to contact me as well, it's right there in the description box. Several people always say to me, Wakawaka Doctor, we want to go abroad, we want to go and look for work, we want to go and hustle, we want to do this, we don't have academic degree, blah, and several stuff. This video is for you. I want to talk about one country you can move without a job offer, one country you can move to even if you don't have work, one country you can go to search for work, and that country is Portugal. Portugal, the land of Cristiano Ronaldo, the land of good food, the land of very vibrant culture, and the land of beauty. Well, it is possible for you to move to Portugal without a job offer through what is called a Portuguese Job Seekers Visa. Portuguese Job Seekers Visa. In this video, we're going to be talking about several things. We're going to be talking about, number one, what is the Portuguese Job Seeker Visa? We're going to talk about the Portugal Job Seekers Visa requirements. We're going to talk about the Job Seeker Visa application. That's how to apply for the job visa application. We're going to talk about the cost and process, and would also talk about the processing time and the benefits as well. We'll talk about several things in this video, and I hope that the video helps as many people as possible. Now, in 2022, the Portuguese government announced a job seekers visa. Okay, it's the Portuguese government, and it's called a Portugal Job Seekers Visa. They noticed that they had a bit of shortage in their country, and so with this visa, it's strictly for non-EU nationals. If you don't reside in the EU, you are not an EU citizen, you can apply for this visa. If you've got skills that can help with the shortage occupations in Portugal, then this will work for you. That means you should also do your research and check for the jobs that are in demand in Portugal. As some of the jobs you have that are in demand in Portugal would include tech, would include building and construction, plumbing, would include hospitality, tourism, okay, healthcare, okay, human resources, and engineering, many more and many more. So if you've got this type of skills, you can easily fit in. But you can also just Google shortage occupations list or jobs in demand in Portugal, and you would get a list. But let's go back to the Portuguese Job Seekers Visa. Now, the visa holder, like I said, it's to allow non-EU nationals move into Portugal without a job offer. You just go into Portugal to go and look for work. Now, whoever has this visa, if you're given this visa, you can stay in Portugal for 120 days. That's about 4 months. Okay. And you'll be looking for employment while you're doing this. If you find a job within those 120 days, then you apply for a work and resident permit. But if the visa, if you as a visa holder, you do not get a job within that stipulated time, you can extend further by 60 days. But after this extension of another 60 days, making 180 days, which is 6 months, you do not find a job, then you have to leave Portugal immediately. It's also important for me to state that as a visa holder, as a job seeker visa holder, you can do menial jobs, okay, while you are searching for work. So don't just think that, oh, I'll be jobless. You can do menial work while you're looking for jobs, you're waiting for the work and resident permits to be granted, okay? Now, let's talk about the requirements. Now, this is a visa, like I said, that is specifically made to attract talents and skilled workers outside the EU. You will not be eligible for the visa if you're from an EU country, okay? So this is very important, all right? That's number one. Number two, you need to have a good or clean criminal history. This means that, you know, they're going to check out your criminal history from top to finish. So if you've been doing fraud, scam, yahoo, and you've been arrested and you've been banned from traveling, you have a conviction, you've committed a criminal offense, it's going to be difficult because the SEF will ask you for permission to run a background check on you and they will find whether you're clean or not. The next requirement is you need to have a valid passport. Okay, before applying, make sure your passport is valid for at least 3 to 6 months. All right. The next thing is you need to have health insurance of about 30,000. Okay, that covers you in case of any risk at all. The next thing is the financial requirement, because the question is going to come, Wakawaka Doctor, is there any financial requirement? Well, yes. If you're coming to Portugal, you're moving to Portugal to look for work, then you need to prove that you have enough money to sustain yourself for the 4 months or the 6 months respectively. Typically, you would need to show that you have at least 3 months. Okay, 3 months, that's the minimum wage in Portugal. You need to have 3 months of that. So that's equivalent of about 760, 760 per month. So 760 per month is almost, let's say 2,300, almost 2,300. So I always advise just put a little bit above that. So make sure you have like 3,000 euros, equivalent of 3,000 euros. If you can make it 4,000 euros, even better, so that you prove that you have more than enough to take care of yourself while you're in Portugal. Next thing, let's talk about the required documents. Now, when making a job seeker application, you need to have these documents available. Number one, we already talked about the valid passport, very important, 3 months or 6 months of validity. Then you need to have a passport photograph. You need to have a passport photograph. They might ask you to upload the biodata of your passport, so that might suffice. Okay. The next thing you want to do is to have a copy of your criminal history certificate, which you would get from your police station. Okay, so you must have that record. Then you need to have a national visa application form. The national visa application form, which you would fill online. You sign it, you print it, and sign it. Okay, you can get this form from the Portuguese consulate website of your country that you're applying for. You also want to have a copy of your health insurance that we discussed. Then you need to have a copy of your flight itinerary, the flight that you're going to take to Portugal and leave Portugal. So you need to have that flight. You need to have accommodation. You need to have bank statement of the 2,280 euros that we talked about, but I said increase it to about 4,000 euros so that, you know, they don't say, oh, you don't have enough, or fluctuations that come from, you know, currency exchange. So make sure you have that as well. Make sure you have a proof of your legal status. Make sure that you hold citizenship of the country you are applying from, okay? And there's also something called SCF. It's also on the Portuguese consulate website. You need to have a consent form for the SCF to do a background check on you, okay? You can get it from the Portuguese consulate website. Another document that you need to have, if I forgot to say this, if you do not have the financial wherewithal, you don't have the bank statement to prove that you can take care of yourself, all you need to do is find someone in Portugal, okay? Find someone who lives in Portugal, a friend, a family, to send you a sponsorship letter, and that would be enough. You need to have a proof of accommodation, like I said, a copy of your CV must be attached, and you need to write a letter explaining why you plan on seeking a job. Why do you want to leave your country and move to Portugal? Why do you want to go to Portugal to go and look for a job? You need to write a letter explaining that. The cost of the Portuguese job seekers visa, I think it's less than 100 euros. I think, yeah, it's less than 100 euros as far as I can remember. It's about, say, 75 euros thereabout, but let's just say 100 euros as far as I know. So prepare for that. Then for your resident permit is about 200 euros to apply for the resident permit. There's no specific duration for the processing time. It can take as long as it takes, okay? Usually between 30 to 90 days before they decide on your application, but there is no specific time. It's dependent on where you apply from and the workload of the application center at the time. Let's talk about the benefits of the job seekers visa. Now, the best part of the job seekers visa is that you do not need to have a job offer from a Portuguese employer to apply, okay? You can enter the country and look for jobs that need and suit your own expertise, all right? You also have the chance to explore the country, of course, and you have the chance to explore the labor market in Portugal without restrictions. Nobody's going to be on your neck. You can stay in Portugal, you know, with that job seekers visa. And what makes things better is that you have legal permission to be looking for jobs, okay? And if you want, you can also look for jobs outside Portugal in the EU while you are in Portugal. I think that's also another advantage. You can stay in the country for 120 days and extend it another 60 days. That's a lot of benefit. Let's talk about the process, the application process for the Portuguese job seekers visa. You can apply for the Portuguese job seekers visa by visiting the IEFP website. Okay, just Google IEFP website. It's going to open up for you. Okay, there's a form you have to fill to declare your interest. The form would ask you for your details, the work you're involved in. Now, if your application is successful, you will get an email from IEFP. All right. Now, once you get an email from IEFP, this is what permits you to go on to the next stage. Okay. It's important to state here that just getting approval from IEFP does not mean you are given the permit to enter Portugal. It is just a green light that, okay, go ahead. So this is what the IEFP looks like. Let me just show you. So go on Google and type IEFP website. The first website is the government website. Put in your information and then you just submit. Okay, it's going to ask you for your details and the work you're involved in. Once you submit, you will get an email from them to say, okay, go ahead. Now, once you submit your application, that's not the end of it. You know, you still have to submit your documents, those documents that I called out. So what you now do is that you apply for an appointment, okay? You go online, schedule an appointment from the Portuguese embassy in your country to allow you submit your supporting documents, okay? You can go there yourself. You can go to the embassy or the consulate yourself and schedule. You can do that on their website. You can send email as well. And it's then they would get your documents, interview you, and that will be the end. Now, like I always do with all my videos, I always put the link that you need in the description box. So again, I'm going to put the link of where you can download the form. I'm going to put the link of where you can even read these things I've told you, okay, by yourself so they can check. But if you don't want to click the link, and for those who cannot find the description box, you can go to vistos.mx vistos.mne.gov.pt. I'm going to say that again, vistos.mne.gov.pt, and you'd find all this information that I've reeled out here, and you can do it all by yourself. It's not an easy process. I'm not saying that boom, it will just work out like that. You have to be patient, apply, and see what sticks. I hope this video has been able to help 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. And I hope that you will share this video to as many people that need it. And I hope that this video brings you success as well. Till I see you again in another episode, another video, it's Wakawaka Doctor, and I'm signing out.